Hi lovelies, welcome back to my channel. Today I have played with colour yet again. Yes, I've made this green monochromatic smoky eye with a dash of blue in the lashes and smudge along the lower lash line. I have been so incredibly inspired by the colourful eye makeup looks that have been trending for spring and summer. They are everywhere, and although I'm not one usually to just hop onto a trend just for the sake of it, especially if it doesn't suit me, but I do think colourful eyes do suit me. I really do love colourful makeup looks, particularly where you have a colourful eye and then a nude lip. I just think that it's so beautiful, and it's something that I really loved to do years and years ago when I first started playing with makeup, just sort of on and off with my blue hair and a blue matching mascara. Yes, exactly, I've always been into matching. I love all things glam and thought that I would just go with the flow and create this makeup look. I did make it up as I went along, and I have to admit, before I mentioned this about the brushes, that when I had put on the green, there was a point where I was like, let's stop here, green, that's enough. And I was like, no, let's just play with colour. I put glitter in the inner corners of the eye, I smudged blue along the lower lash line, I even put a little bit of blue on the tips of the lashes. I went all out, nothing was going to get in my way today, and I want to encourage you to do the same. Makeup is supposed to be fun. You don't have to do what everyone else is doing, just, do you, do your own style, and so that's the moral of today's video. I also wanted to just touch upon the Artiste brushes before we get into the video. A lot of you wanted to see my take on these brushes, a review on these brushes when I put up a picture of them on my Snapchat, I definitely put it up on my Snapchat, can't remember Instagram, but I will leave a link of my Snapchat, Instagram, everywhere where you can get a hold of me in the description box of this video if you want to stay updated with what I'm up to. But anyway, I put up this picture and so many of you were interested and wanted to know what I thought about these brushes. I didn't want to rush into just filming a review without having thoroughly experimented with these brushes. So I feel like now I know how I like to use them, and so rather than to dedicate a review on the brushes, I thought that I would do a super close up, unflattering zoom up on my face only for you, really, up in my face shot, showing you how I use these brushes so that you can actually see how they perform. Give my video a thumbs up to support my channel. Make sure you also subscribe. The subscribe button is down there. I upload new videos every Wednesday and Saturday, twice a week, just for you. And without further ado, let's get started. Okay, I'm going to whiz through the brows because you've seen me do this a bazillion times. This is my All Day Brow Fiber in the shade Dark. However, today I'm combining it with my YSL Couture Brow Palette in number 2, the dark one. What I'm doing is I'm using the powder to give a softer edge to the brow, so towards the front, and to outline the brow, and then in the middle I've used the All Day Brow Fiber. This gives a softer edge to the brow, and also when I change the shape of it, I'm kind of trying to make it more arched. It makes it softer as opposed to having a dramatic sort of dark outline with the brow fiber. Okay, so now I'm going to use my All Day Flawless Concealer in shade number 3. Again, you've seen me do this before. I'm using this as a base for my eye makeup and also to help to shape the brow a little bit more. Usually I fill my brows in a lot more heavily so that they come off thicker, but today I kind of did less of the filling towards the end there and created an arch shape, and the concealer just helps to enhance that, I guess. Now I'm going to add some highlighter. This is my All Day highlighter, not yet released, in the shade Champagne. I'm putting that onto my brow bone and onto the inner corner of the eye. Right, and then we're going to start to play with the colours. So these are the main colours I'm going to be using on my eyelid. Okay, so I'm going to start off with Makeup Geek's Creme Brulee, take that onto a fluffy brush and blend that into the crease of the eye. Just blend it quite roughly, generously. You just need a subtle wash of colour. I'm then going to take this Inglot eyeshadow in the shade 335, which is slightly warmer, and just buff that over the top of that Makeup Geek eyeshadow. We're just making a very slight gradient there to help to blend out the green that I'm going to add next. Okay, for the green, I need a base. So for that base, I'm going to be using the Kiko Longwear eyeshadow pencil in the shade 10. This is a gorgeous green colour. I'm going to add that all over my lid, keeping underneath the crease there. I'm going to apply it straight from the pen to start off with. And then I'm going to take a smaller brush, pick up the product on there, and then apply to those hard to reach areas. So more towards the inner corner of the eye and the outer corner. Basically anywhere where that pen would have made a bit of a mess, because we don't want that, not with colourful eyeshadows especially. On top of that base, I'm going to add this colour called Midori. It's that green colour there from this Sugar Pill Sweetheart palette. Now make sure you pack this colour on really, really well. These eyeshadows are okay, but they do need quite a bit of work to get that colour payoff. I know a lot of people love the Sugar Pill eyeshadows. I found them a little bit difficult to work with, to be honest, but if you pile on enough, you'll be okay. All right, I'm going to take this Inglot green eyeshadow as well. It's in the shade 333. Mix it with this green, which is called Hatter, from my Urban Decay Alice in Wonderland. No, Alice Through the Looking Glass palette. That's the new one. I did an entire video dedicated to that palette, so check that out if you want. Anyway, I'm going to pick those two colors up on the brush and just blend out the edge of the green there on the eyelid. So just blend it, push the brush back and forth, pick up more of that eyeshadow, literally just dip into each of those greens and just blend out the edge there. Again, you don't necessarily have to be very neat at this point. Now I'm going to pick up this Urban Decay eyeshadow in Cosmic. I'm just going to run my finger over the top of that, pick up this gorgeous shimmeriness, dab that over the top of the green to give it a little bit more dimension. And then I'm going to take that Kiko pencil again onto a brush and lay that underneath the eye again as a base. Pull that out at the corner of the eye as well, just so that all the green meets up, and then go over the top again with a green eyeshadow. This one is the Hatter eyeshadow from that Alice Through the Looking Glass palette. Now I'm going to take a Q-tip and just blend out the edge of the greens there. Sweep that back and forth and just make sure that everything's really well blended. And then move on to the eyeliner. I'm going to use this along my lower waterline and also tight line with this pencil. Sorry that I'm out of focus, by the way, you guys. The perils of working by yourself when you can't see when you're out of focus on this super high zoomed up lens. Okay, now I'm going to take a liquid eyeliner. This is one of my favorites. It's the Tom Ford liquid eyeliner pen. What are you called? It is the eye defining pen. And I'm going to create a really thin cat eyeliner. I don't want this to be too thick because I don't want it to dominate. The key focus of the eye makeup is, of course, the green. So make a really thin cat eye, curl your lashes, add some mascara. This is my new YSL Vinyl Couture mascara, which is absolutely beautiful. It smells gorgeous, and you can layer on with this bad boy and not get clumpy lashes, which is amazing. But you know me, that's not enough for me. You do need some falsies for this look, especially because I'm going to be adding some blue onto the tips as well. There they are on the right. They're the ones I prepared earlier for you, Blue Peter style. And on the left there, that's what they look like in the packaging. So you can see that the winged have these gaps in between the clusters of lashes, which is going to allow for the green to peek through. It's not going to block out all of the eyeshadow work that we've done. On the lower lash line, I've taken Bandersnatch, which is a blue colour, again from the Alice Through the Looking Glass palette. And I'm just smudging that on top of the green very lightly, making sure that both colours are blended in well together. Now for the fun part. This was my favourite part of all. Absolutely love this touch. This is the NYX gel eyeliner in Cobalt Blue. I've picked that up onto an eyeshadow brush and I'm just literally dabbing it onto the tips of the lashes. You guys, how pretty is this? I love this colour, I love this technique. I'm going to try it again with some other colours. Can't wait. I just thought I'll see what it looks like and I ended up loving the effect. Now for the glitter, I am going to be using my Ardea glitter and the Glitter Fix as well. The glitter is in the shade True Gold. What I've done is I've mixed the glitter and the eye fix or the adhesive together into a little sort of pot, just a tiny bit, just literally a dot. And then I'm taking that paste and applying that onto the inner corner of the eye. Look at that. Just look at that shimmer. I loves it. Then I'm going to add some mascara onto my lower lashes as well. And some of that black eyeliner has rubbed off, even though I said that it lasts for ages. It does when you pile it on. I don't know why some of it's come off. Maybe I had watery eyes. But it is, usually it's really good. Don't let my less than perfect demo put you off. It is a good eyeliner. Okay, the eyes are done. Now I'm going to move on to the foundation. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Foundation. Now I've zoomed up onto my face big time here so that you can see how these brushes perform. Okay, so first I'm going to start off by using this Zoeva. This is a duo fiber brush. You're going to see me use mostly duo fiber brushes for my base because these are the brushes that I prefer. They give a very lightweight buildable coverage, so you can build very easily with them without the base getting too heavy. That's one of my pet peeves. I found that the Artiste brushes, when I used just those by themselves to add the base and blend it in, it gave great coverage, but it was a little bit too thick for me, for my liking. I'm not used to it. So I've blended out with the duo fiber, and then I'm going to take my Artiste brush. This is the Oval 10, and rub that over the top very gently. Oh, the fibers feel so good, by the way. It's almost like a mini facial. So I've blended the foundation out with that brush. Now I'm going to go back to my Ardea Flawless Concealer. This is again in the shade 3. I'm going to dot that under my eyes, and then again with that same method, I'm going to start off by using a duo fiber brush. This is one by Crown Brushes. The number's rubbed off, so I'll have to look and see which one it is. But anywho, first I'm going to spread with that and then take another duo fiber brush. This is again by Crown Brushes. For those of you who don't know what duo fiber is, it's basically where you see, well, duo 2 fiber, of course, is self-explanatory, but the easy way to tell is, you know, when you see the brushes with the black bits at the bottom and then the white at the top, that generally indicates that it's a duo fiber. And it just gives a soft, feathery, flawless finish, in my opinion. I absolutely love this method. So I've applied my concealer. Can you see how flawless it looks? I've again blended out with that Artis number 10 oval brush, and then I'm going to move on to contouring. So I'm going to start off by contouring my nose by picking up the light sculpt pot with my Artis Linear 1 brush and laying that, again, I'm really sorry I go out of focus a little bit here, I'm going to lay that onto either side of the bridge of my nose. You'll see a better demo with the dark sculpt pot, which I'm going to pick up with my Artis Circle 1 brush. Lay down the product with that brush, so just drawing a straight line sort of along the cheekbone there. And then to blend out that product, I'm going to use my Oval 6 brush. So you can see how beautifully these brushes blend out that product. This is my favorite use for these brushes. They are just perfect at blending out edges of products to give that flawless, airbrushed, diffused look to all the colors that you use. You can layer on top really easily. They're just great tools, you know. Now I'm going to pick up my Chanel translucent powder with the Oval 10 brush, rub that brush into the powder, and then just dab really gently over the face there. Again, you'll find that the brush just helps to smooth all of your skin, distributes that powder evenly, blends that powder out really well. And then again, I'm going to use that Oval 6 brush, pick up my blush, which is the Body Shop Truffle Blush, and just gently brush that along my cheekbones. Again, the brushes are so easy to use. You have to make sure though that you do go with a light hand, so don't go too heavy-handed with these. Build up the product bit by bit and then just blend out the edges. Again, going back to my Oval 10 brush. I like to keep these brushes handy because I just go back to them and just blend out the edges of any of the products that I'm using. Again, using my Oval 6 brush, I'm adding my highlighter. This is my Ardea highlighter, again in champagne. It's the same one that I used on my brow bone. Abracadabra, just look at that gorgeous glow. For my lips, I used a combination of 3 products. I lined them with my Charlotte Tilbury Lip Cheat pencil, went over the top with my Revlon Matte Balm in the shade 230 Complex, and mixed that up with my Milani number 60 Matte Innocence. I was really low on time because my kids had just come home from school, so I had to run. But these are the products that I used anyway, and this is the final look. I really hope that you guys enjoyed watching this video as much as I did filming it. Please give my video a thumbs up, leave me a comment below, expand the description box for more info on all the products that I've used today, and I shall catch you guys very soon. Oh no, actually, don't go yet. If you want to watch another video of mine, I'm going to leave 2 other video options for you on your screen right now, so take your pick, and I shall catch you very soon in my next one. Take care. Toodles.